Good to see you. All right. And now we're live on the tube as well. Welcome to the Roxtalks show. My name is Roxanne Wilson. You're listening to Meg Stallion and Money Good sometimes right now, but that doesn't mean I don't enjoy her music. All right. This is what we're going to talk about today. And by the way, thank you for sharing. Oh my goodness. Okay. I wanted to know what that was. Literally rooted body coat. Thank you. I was like, what is body coat going to look like? So I don't even know what that means, but it's new and I wanted to see it. So thank you so much for the taps on the screen, those likes, and out to FYP page. And also thank you for the shares. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to share it out myself as well too. Today, what we're going to be talking about, are you ready for this? We have to talk about, well, let's talk about this. We've got Travis Kelce's house. Apparently, people are sending him interesting things. We shall discuss that. We're also going to be chatting about, let's see, we've got an update on that Nickelodeon expose that about like, number one, talk about what's going on with that news on that. Also, P.S. By the way, we've got some information on passwords. We have stuff on Solway. Katie House is here. Good to see you, my friend. We got a lot of great things to talk about today. We're going to get started. I'm going to turn down Meg Stallion and we'll get right into it. First and foremost, what is the weirdest thing that you've ever been sent to your house? I'm curious. Have you ever gotten any weird packages? Kapoot! Kapoot, are you back in town? Oh, you did your first live. Hey, Katie Couponer, I need to talk to you about that because there was a whole coupon article we talked about a couple days ago on the show, and I thought about you. Okay. I'm so glad you did your first live. Congrats. Hey, Sage House. Good to see you, friends. You're nervous if that is okay. Good. I'm glad you're back. I love you, and I'm going to be in town next week, and I've been trying to tell you. Yeah, that's my girl right there. I'm coming back here. I'm going back to Cali. Yes, I think so. I hope you heard that. Okay, so first thing, Travis Kelsey has been getting some wild things said to his house ever since he started dating a woman who's a little bit popular. You know her name. Like, oh, you're so excited. Ever since ever since he's been dating Taylor Swift, he's been getting a lot of things since his house. Now, first and foremost, when he first started dating her, he was living in a house that had like no protection, none of those things. Ever since then, he's not only did a month later he buy a $3 million home in a gated community in Kansas City, but now he has told all mail carriers, whether it's USPS or DHL, don't know why I mentioned them, they're not that popular, but whatever. FedEx, all of them do not send packages. Like, he will not receive packages from Tony if he's somewhere else because he wouldn't read them. People send some strange. I wonder what he's being sent. I wonder what people are sending him. It does come with the character, I know, but I want to know a list. He probably doesn't want to say because if he says, then people will send him more stuff. But I'm like, please tell me more, Travis. What are they sending you? I had a picture just to look at him, and I forgot to post it. Let me just pop it up here. I'm just so excited. This feels like a great day. Here he is, where he was saying all those things. Now, next thing, but I'm wondering, have you ever been sent something where you get something like this is mine? This is not for me. This must be for Travis. This is too dang weird. Little update for you on all things. We talked about this on the show about a month ago. You know, the Nickelodeon expose that came out about childhood, like things were not good. It was so quiet on the set. It is very disturbing. Well, a lot of it sent around to Dan Schneider, which remember Dan Schneider was the guy on the Head of the Class as well, too, if you ever watched Head of the Class. Well, what's interesting is he is now coming out and he's suing them. He's suing the people who got to quiet on the set for defamation. He's called it a hit job. Here's what I think, okay? And this is my if you got in trouble allegedly for almost kind of being like the Weinstein of kids acting in Nickelodeon and all the things, and the documentary comes out on you, dude, it's not a good look. I get that. He should keep his mouth shut because you know what? We've been waiting for Amanda Vines did not come out and say anything. Although thank you so much for the let him cook. I don't even know what that is, but I was excited to try it because it's new. Um, Amanda Bynes has not come out. Although, do you know she has like a burner X account where she has been alluding to certain things that sound like Dan Schneider was not a good guy to her. She's not come out with anything. You've got Cal, thank you so much for the heart and Katie. You're doing people. I appreciate you. We've got, and by the way, we will talk about the fun stuff before we go today. And thank you for the pew, 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 Wonder Woman heart bracelet. He should just keep his mouth from triggering people. Also, we know Keenan Thompson. He just said he was very sad about what happened. Or, he didn't say he knew anything, which I feel like he does. And we know we also haven't heard from Ariana Grande. If now that he's coming out saying this is a hit piece, I'm just saying he better watch out because people who have been like this, saying nothing, might come out. It is like when May he rest. I don't know. Do we say may he rest? May he rest. When you think about OJ and when OJ was OJ or people Casey Anthony was one of them too where we think we're pretty sure that they are guilty, but they got away with it. Don't start parading around. We don't. If you get away with something as nefarious, I love that word, nefarious. If you get away with something as nefarious as that, just keep your mouth shut and start doing good. Don't start saying you're at the hit piece. This does not help the situation. Just my opinion. Just need to share that with you. Love to know your thoughts as always. So we'll see what happens. But I think he's poking the bear. And if Ariana and Amanda come out with what we think they already know, and Keenan with what he might know, I'm just saying, Dan Snyder, the walls are coming for you. They're coming. They're coming. All right. Next up, did you know that today in history, 1997 to be exact, the movie Austin Powers came out? Do you remember that movie? You know, it first came out. It was like so good, so enjoyable, such a nice, beautiful surprise. Interesting enough about Austin Powers, which I thought personally, what was her name? Elizabeth Hurley. I fell in love with her, like girl crush with her. Like she's amazing from that movie. Did you know though? You know how Austin Powers had there was Doctor Evil. Do you know that he was not originally supposed to be play Doctor Evil? They wanted get a load of this. They wanted Jim Carrey to play Doctor Evil. Can you see it? They wanted him to play Doctor Evil. He was busy shooting Liar Liar. So instead of finding someone else, Mike Myers just decided he would play Doctor Evil and Austin Powers. How would that have changed the entire show? Wouldn't it be wild? I think it happened the way it should happen. And things like that too, don't they? Also, the first one was awesome, by the way. I love the first one. I still like quotes from the first one. Second one, third one, they should have just stopped. That blonde in the second one was not a good actor. Awesome. They should have kept Elizabeth Hurley throughout. No offense to Shade and Beyonce. I love me some Beyonce. I appreciate Beyonce. I'm not a beehiver, but I do like her. But I think they should have just kept the first one. But toast, cake, come through. But you know what I think is also interesting is that I guess it's supposed to be like James Bond, and they always change the female lead. But Elizabeth Hurley was like she was she was like this. It was so good. Also today, this is May 2nd. Yes, by the way, you don't know that in the year 2000, President Clinton decreed that GPS would be available for all Americans. I don't remember him actually doing that. What was I doing in 2000? I was graduating from college. But what I think is super interesting is basically when President Clinton said GPS for everyone, he said, let's dumb down society. I'm right about that. How many places you have no idea where and how to get to because you've been using the stinking GPS instead of using a map show or a map or figuring it out. You know it's true. He's totally like that change he made in our lives 24 years ago totally washed it down. You don't know how to get anywhere. GPS shows you how to get somewhere. I mean, do you actually remember it takes you a lot more, like a lot more repetitions to figure out where you're going? Yeah. I'm just listen. I'm just letting you know that I've become a conspiracy theorist. Talk more about that later. But this thing right here, I don't know if they knew they were doing that. He made us really dumb. The other thing on the other side, though, I will say is, how was it that we literally had maps and we were driving with maps? People are worried about us driving with phones. How dangerous is it to drive with a map and you're like C5, bingo, and try and find that? You're definitely not gonna. You're right, Caboose. I'm just saying. We are not that smart because of things like this. It's just like, do you know how many phone numbers? Some of you are too young, but I'm young enough, I'm old enough to remember when I had like 15, 20 different people's phone numbers memorized. I had of course, my parents' phone number. Well, we didn't have cell phones back then, but I had our home phone number, I had their work phone numbers. I also had all my friends' phone numbers memorized. Now, when someone says, "What's your phone number, ma'am?" at a store, I'm like, give me a second, let me think about it. And heaven forbid I know anybody else's phone number because you know that I don't, and I know that you don't either. I mean, it's one of those things like, right? We have these phones to make us like smarter. These conveniences make us smarter, which actually makes me think my husband's Roman Empire is the Roman Empire because he loves to watch like on Netflix. They have all these Roman. It's called Roman Empire actually, or it's called Rome, and he watches them over and over. And he's like, well, we wanted to name our dog who's running around whining in the back. We wanted to name her Achilles. I'm like, what? No, we're not naming the dog Achilles. Now I'm saying her Drusilla. I'm like, you need to stop watching all the Roman Empire stuff. But you know what's interesting? You see the Roman, like the emperors, they're like fine and they kind of go crazy. They go crazy because literally they're too busy thinking someone's going to death. That's probably how they got the whole time. Because other people are doing things for you. It ain't that smart unless you're doing something about it. And that's like these little things here. Same thing. We're not that smart because we have something else doing it for us. The machines that are about to take us over. I'm just saying. I'm just listen. Just saying. Hello, roasted and toasted comedy. Good to see you. Okay, y'all. Can we talk? Wait for it. Before we talk about it, I need to get some. You'll be happy. Like, you'll see where I'm going with this. And for those of you who are creating your empire with TikTok, this could be a little bit of a inspiration for you. Let's get this music going with you. Hey, hey, why are we playing Soldier Boy? Mm, mm. 2007, today, this song came out. Soldier Boy came out with this song. Okay, but more importantly, and sorry, because we're on YouTube, but you're not hearing as well, too. Ooh, crank that Soldier Boy. Why am I playing this? Not only because the song just came out, but did you hear exactly KDHOH? He actually announced, I'm not even joking, this is Crank That, technically, but it's Crank That Soldier Boy. So he declared he was leaving the gram because he, a few weeks ago, came on TikTok. And did you watch him all that time? Oh, you did? He came on TikTok and said, you TikTok live. The man made $17,000. Katie H. Connor, how much money did you give him during that live that he did? I need to know. He made $17,000 on TikTok doing a live. I can also say to you, I've never made $10,000 or $17,000 on TikTok. Oh, you watch all the time in battle. Oh, I got you. But how much money are you giving him? So anyhow, he said he's over it. He's gone. He's leaving the gram. He said, "Gram on my mama, I'm gone." That's how he said it. How he does battle. Which they're trying to get him out of. None. He said she didn't give him any cabbage, but he watches them all the time. He basically said after he said, "Gram on my mama, I'm gone." Y'all catch me on TikTok world, and you can catch him by the way at Soldier Boy TV. Then he said, bleep, I'm gone, bleep, Instagram Live, and then he left. Apparently, and then gave his little figure. So the whole video doing thing because he does his lives on Gram, but just like anyone else does your lives on Gram, you're not making money when you make lives on Gram. You're hoping people go to, and I don't know where he gets people go to. I don't know where he was seeing this. Then he comes on here. He's now TikTok famous. He does battles, and people just give him the freaking crank it. All right, enough of that. But I do want it to be an inspiration to you, not necessarily the song, but just the thought process. Like if you, the great thing about the gram and the reason, I'm sorry, TikTok, and the reason I have all but kind of neglected the gram myself. Um, they give me so much money. Isn't that something? Is because you do have an ability to do whatever you want to do on this platform. Listen, I've watched. If you ever watch Forever, he's an artist and he paints on this platform. And a lot of people watch him and support him there. I've seen some people who I would say dance. I don't know what they were doing, But I was enthralled and I watched it for a good like hour. I'm like, why am I still watching this? He's doing the same dance the whole time, and it's very odd. But we were just having a good time in the chat, like eating popcorn, watching this guy. I've seen people like do that the art in what do you watch? I'd love to know what you like to watch when you're on this platform. By the way, pop it in the chat. I've seen people even do the the sand art and like literally make and write people's names that are watching in it. Oh, he's not that entertaining to you, but you watch him. So why? Tell me why you watch him. He's not entertaining. Or is it someone else who's not entertaining? There's just a lot of things. If you start flipping through, there's just a lot of things in a lot of places you can, and a lot of wild things. People doing like deep. I know someone the other day said they were watching people do night diving on the site. There's just a lot of variety. So hats off to Soldier Boy doing his thing, getting his cabbage, as the kids say today. That's what Sage House taught me. Gotta say it right. I love it. I love it. So goodbye, Graham. Soldier Boy is now like officially a TikTok battler. DJs. Oh, you start with DJs. Yeah, there's a lot of DJs, a lot of musicians on here, a lot of great singers. There's just so many different things. But DJs, I like that. And you just have music going. That's beautiful. I love it. I have a trivia question for y'all. Cheerios. Does anyone know what Cheerios was originally called? If you do, pop it in the chat, and we'll keep it moving. So today is actually National Password Day, and I think this is a very important topic we need to just kind of touch on, okay? It is National Passport Day, Password Day. And the reason I mention that is because, friends, there are some passwords you need to stop using, okay? Oh yeah, I find the battles very confusing myself, and I don't like them. I'm with you, Katie HOH. I don't think I'll do them. I just don't like them personally. I don't see the point. Okay, so here's some words that are actually oddly. So what NordPass did is they actually took a look at passwords that have been figured out, that have been compromised, and they categorized them. Okay, over 30,000 times people use the word Minecraft as their password. What? Yeah. 14,699 times y'all use Fortnite as your password. So online games is something people like to use as their passwords. Movies is another big one. Interesting enough, Mamma Mia 78 is a popular password. Hey, Wells, good to see you, friend. Stop using that. Sherlock #1, Star Wars. These are passwords y'all are using too much. Stop using your online games. Stop using your movies. Stop using your music. 9,429 people with compromised passwords use the password Metallica. I didn't know Metallica was that popular. Okay. Blink 182. We need to talk about your music choices, people. Prince. Okay, I see that. Stop using it. Slipknot. Okay. Another big category they found, people were using cars. Over 8,000 people use the word Mercedes as their password. Stop it. Make it more confusing. Alfa Romeo, sorry. I want to know how many of you actually have an Alfa Romeo. I don't think everyone who has one. I think there's people who want one. Mustang Sally, 4,000 times. And then sports was another popular password that's getting y'all in trouble. Stop using these things. Sports, Jordan 23 has been used over 7,000 times and compromised. Find a better password. Real Madrid, all you soccer, football player fans. And Liverpool. Love you too, my friend. Have a good yoga class, or good practice, I should say. I'll see you soon. Mwah. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop with this nonsense, okay? Your passwords need to be more complicated. Can we agree on this? 30,000 times people use Minecraft. Why are we doing that? Why are we using Minecraft? I don't play Minecraft, so that doesn't make much sense to me. But anyhow, since it's National Password Day, and I'm someone who I wish we didn't have passwords. Like for real, if we would just stop trying to take people's things from each other, we could all have no passwords. I hate passwords. I do. I don't think they're necessary. You don't want my stuff. I don't want your stuff. Let's keep it moving. The dark web wants our stuff. So if you're doing a password, which you need to be, obviously, because they need to have passwords, please make sure your passwords are better than the ones I don't go with your online games, movies, music, cars, sports. People can figure those out. Who agrees on the national days? Must dive. It's good to see you, first of all. There's all sorts of national days. I don't know who makes those decisions. It's not a national holiday, I can tell you that, because we don't have the day off. Just saying. Okay, question. No one knew. Does anyone? The trivia question of the day is, what was the original name of Cheerios? When Cheerios first came out, what was the name? Do you know? Do you know? In the meantime, I have another question for you because you might not know. No, actually, before this, Kentucky Derby is this weekend. My dad is going to Kentucky Derby for the first time. It's like one of his dreams he's always wanted to do, and so he's off to Kentucky Derby. I'm very excited for him. So, hi host. No, not hi host. Tammy, it's good to see you, my friend. Okay, this is the name. Get a look. No, I'm not telling you that yet. What was it? Oh, Kentucky Derby. Did you know, interestingly enough, with the Kentucky Derby, which has been going on for a while, I think this is the 150th time that we've had the Derby. Interestingly enough, did you know that of the 150, with this being the 150th run, it's unlikely that any of the thoroughbreds are going to beat any of the winning times since 1960. Like, virtually there's been no improvement in the times of these horses since 1960. 1960. Now think about that. In fact, the average Derby winner's time in the 2010s was slightly slower than the 1960s, which means that Secretariat's 1973 record is like probably intact. But compared to the Olympics, which, I love me the Olympics, like we have about 85 days till we start the Olympics. I'm going to get the music on the board. Anyway, when you think about the Olympics, you see new world records happening all the time, and Olympic records happening all the time. What they think is happening is that we have capped out on the ability to the breeding programs to get the strongest, fastest horses. They capped out like literally in the 60s, 70s, and there you go. Isn't that wild? Interesting. I find that very interesting. Don't expect any, yes, someone's going to win, but they're not going to get a record. It makes you wonder how we have, as humans, evolved, but we haven't figured out how to get horses to go faster and all those things. I'm just saying. So we were talking about Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, I know. Well, maybe it's a sign we need to stop all that. I'm just saying. If my dad's going this year, then we can stop it after that. Yeah. Okay. He's a little boy. Yeah. So we talked about Harvey Weinstein earlier this week because I think that he's gonna mysteriously something's gonna happen while he's in the hospital not feeling well, and I'm like, yeah. I do want to let you know that he will be retried in New York. It's gonna happen after Labor Day. He's got some time because, of course, it was overturned. I'm just saying, don't be surprised if he's no longer around, mysteriously disappeared. I'm just saying. And if he disappeared, he's on some island. I'm just telling you right now. It's all way too convenient. I'm just saying. And you'll remember you heard it here. I heard it on the Roxtalks show. I'm like, yes, you did. We talked about this. We covered this. We knew the thing. Okay. So, Cheerios, original name. The answer is, no one got it. I'm going to tell you what it is. I actually did not know it either, so it's okay. It was called Cheery Oats. That O stands for oats. It came out as Cheery Oats, and then they changed it to Cheerios and just cut it short. Interesting. Yeah, it actually went out for I want to say 6 months. Cheerios, 6 weeks or 6 months. And they're like, let's just call them Cheerios. Let's just call them sugar in a circle, shall we? That should be the name. I'm sorry, I cannot get over, what was it, the CEO of, I want to say it was General Mills, maybe, who came out and was like, I know that inflation is expensive and families are having a hard time. So what you need to do is you need to eat cereal for dinner because cereal is about $7 a plate. I'm like, really? Really? You're going to, And there's no protein in cereal. So unless you get Catalina Crunch, which we do, and I love me some Catalina Crunch, but otherwise, why are you telling us this, sir? By the way, thank you for hopping in here. My name is Roxanne. I love to do Pop Culture Show. We talk about all the things that happened overnight or recently here every weekday at 7 a.m. Pacific time. Also of note, I'm going to be on tonight, this afternoon, I should say, probably noonish. I want to say noon or 1, probably noon, doing Mother's Day special. We're going to bring out a bunch of things that are on sale right now from the TikTok shop. Mother's Day sales, things you might want to get from mom, or you might want to just take advantage of the Mother's Day sale for you. Did you see the new edition I have right there? Do you like the sun? It came in. I need to move it around. Hi, Spicy Texan. Good to see you. But I'm loving it. Hi, Keishana. Good to see you as well too. I'm loving it. I need to move it around a little bit to get the whole wall, but I don't know. It kind of looks like I've got a total eclipse thing. Oh wait, finger going right direction. There it is. That kind of looks cool. And by the way, that desk has all these things. Oh, thank you so much, Katie HOH couponer. All the things, all these things that I've been getting in the mail. The walking pad should be here next week, so be excited about that. Can't wait. We're going to walk together. I go out walking. The desk needs to happen. Yesterday, y'all, I spilled my protein drink on my desk, including my soundboard. That was scary. We're okay, but it's just more confirmation that I need my full desk. You have your walking pad. Katie HOH couponer. This is what we're going to do. This month, we're going for 10K steps. You love your walking pad. I love that so much. I cannot wait to get mine. We're going for 10K steps. I'm going to be doing the show or most of it or all of it on a walking pad. We need to get those steps in. And if you're not, you're right, you're ready. You can start ahead of me, by the way. You can start now. I'm excited. So also, let's talk, because Katie HOH couponer is here. I was looking for you a couple days ago. No, y'all, when you're not here, I think about you. Because let me see if I can find the story, because I want to get it accurate, and it made me think about you and the content that you're going to be doing, because I think it is so very important. Yes, here it is. So the average American bought food at 20.7 stores in a year. That is, it used to be like 16.8 stores for food. We're talking about for food and groceries. Here in this room, we said we're all like about 4 to 6 stores. But couponing is officially in again, with roughly 2/3 of those recently surveyed are using and relying on coupons. That's up from the last few years in a big way. So that was up from 33%. So it was 1/3, and now it's 2/3 of Americans are relying on coupons. That's huge. Now, what's also interesting is everyone's going through the thrifty trend. Now, I remember, and I was saying this earlier, I remember like when I did do couponing. First of all, we had to cut out most of them, and electronic coupons were just kind of, digital coupons were becoming a thing. But there was this woman who's like a coupon lady. I try and follow her, and she's like, "You can get toothpaste for free." I'm like, "Really? Let's try that." It is a sport. I believe it's totally a sport. What I'm excited about you, Katie HOH couponer, and I told people they need to follow you because that's the content you said you're going to be putting out, more things about couponing. And I'm excited, as are many of us, because we want to get better at that. Who doesn't want to save money? And so all the tips, we want all the tips and all the things. So I hope that is inspiration to you for what you're doing, because we need it. What? I'm sorry, who? She orders coupons from websites and they come clipped. I didn't know you could order coupons from websites. These are the things we need to know. Katie HOH couponer. By the way, next time you go live, you need to let me know, because we'll come see you if I'm on. That is amazing. I didn't even know you could do that. These are the things we need to know, and we need to know them from you. So I'm excited. I just wanted, like, when I saw that story, I was like, this is so awesome. And what you're doing is so very relevant. So if you have any doubt, and sometimes we have doubt, like, should I be doing this? Does anyone care? I just want you to know we care. So we want it. And Americans in general want it. So hats off to you. And again, you just taught me something I didn't know was a thing. I did not know you could do that. Super excited that you can, though. That makes me happy to know that is a thing that we can all do and enjoy. Okay. All right. Back to today. But I did want to take a moment because you were here. I'm like, when's the last time you lost your luggage? Do you guys fly with your luggage on the plane, or do you put it, on the, like, in the cabin, or do you put it under? I fly typically with my baggage on the plane. Right? Spicy Texan, that's what I'm saying. That's awesome, right? I didn't know we didn't know you could do that. When I went to my wedding almost a year ago, obviously I had things underneath my dress. I had my sister bring my dress, but other things were above. The reason I ask is because there is a place. Can you imagine? Just to carry on, I hear you. because it's easy. You don't have to wait in baggage claim, and you know your stuff is with you. It just makes life easier for sure. By the way, have you ever taken a bag that wasn't a wheelie bag lately and recently? They're way heavy. Don't do it. I realized the other day, I'm like, oh, the wheelie bag is allowing me to put a lot of stuff inside of my bag. I didn't realize I could. It's a lifesaver. Just saying. Just want to pop that out to you. Okay. So the reason I asked you this is because there is an airline. There's an airport that has never lost a bag of luggage for the last 30 years since it's been open. Did I get that number right? I think I did. Can you imagine that? They've never lost a thing of luggage. Yeah, it's in Japan. It's the Kansai, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, airport. It's been open, since 1994. They've never lost a bag of luggage. And if you think, oh, wait, probably don't have much luggage, y'all, they see tons of, they're busy. I don't have the number. But airports typically lose 7.6 bags per 1,000 passengers. They just know that's the way. Teshabala, good to see you, my friend. They usually lose 77.6 bags per 1,000 passengers. They've not lost one. And last year alone, they had 10 million items, 10 million things of luggage, and they didn't lose any of them. They have this whole multi-layered checking working system. Don't you think, if I were them, I would start pitching a consulting job to all of the airports around, especially the ones in the U.S. that tend to not have a good tracking rate. And I would totally be like, listen, thank you to Shabala so much for the heart. I appreciate you. I would be like, listen, pay us a gajillion and we'll show you how we did it. Imagine for 30 years, they've never lost a bag of luggage. I can't even. That is amazing. That is a record that they probably just jinxed themselves by making national news, international news, but I'm just saying. That's wild. All right, I got to say goodbye to the people on the tube. Goodbye to you. We've been on for 30 minutes. We're having a conversation. If you want to keep the conversation going, come on over to TikTok. We'll be at Roxtalks Show, and go be great. Take care. Isn't that wild, y'all? I'm telling you, it kind of makes me want to fly